Hi everybody, my name is Patrick Gill. I'm a video producer here at Polygon.com, and I'm here to tell you about my favorite games of 2016. These are not Polygon's favorite games of 2016, they are mine, and Polygon can't have them. First up is Superhot and Superhot VR, which are technically two different games, but I can do whatever I want. This game is built around a simple idea, and that is that time only moves when you move. It's a first-person shooter that drops you in impossible situations where you use your abilities and skills and your brain to get out. It's almost a combat puzzle game. You might find yourself getting shot at from across the room with the only thing at arm's reach being a coffee cup. But you can pick that cup up, throw it across the room, close the distance, take his gun, and kill all his friends. And it's even better in VR. With the Oculus Touch controllers, you can actually weave your head around bullets, fire two guns at once, and punch a guy in the dick so hard he falls out of a helicopter. Before I played this game, I really didn't care about VR, but it started to open up my mind to the possibilities of what we can do with it in the future. It makes impossible scenarios feel very real, and that's why it's one of my top games of 2016. My next pick is Overwatch. It's kind of an obvious choice, but it's impossible to ignore. It's a really well executed class-based shooter, and the thing that makes it stand out for me is its amazing attention to detail. And when I say that, I mean detail in character animation, in character design, and in the environments. There's hints of a much larger world and story that you can get into if you're willing to look at them, but if you don't need to, you can just play the game. I also love that the game encourages different types of play by removing the traditional leaderboard at the end of matches. You're not just comparing your kills to deaths, you're actually rewarded and called out for the things that you contribute to the team. So if you're an excellent healer, you might get recognition for that. Overwatch is an absolutely gorgeous game. It's almost as fun to watch as it is to play, but I played it a lot. Up next is Inside. It's a game where you play as a little boy in a really messed up world, and you're just trying to get out. This game isn't traditionally fun, but a lot of the enjoyment for me came from seeing the new ways that the game could make me feel uncomfortable, and it is really good at making you feel uncomfortable. Inside's on my list because it feels like every design choice was incredibly purposeful. Every color, every animation, everything you see on screen feels like it's there for a reason. And that reason is to make you feel gradually more uncomfortable until the game reaches an incredible conclusion that I don't want to spoil for you. Inside is a game experience I probably won't ever forget, and that's why it made my list. My next choice is Monster Hunter Generations, which is a game about killing monsters, taking their body parts, turning those body parts into armor, wearing that armor as you fight cooler, bigger monsters. It's a game where you get as much out of it as you put into it. I put about 120 hours into this game, and I feel like I'm still only scratching the surface of what it has to offer. The thing that keeps me coming back, despite the really addictive gameplay loop, is the amount of personality in the game. There's talking cats, there's ridiculous outfits, and I have a sword that is shaped like a giant chainsaw. Normally I don't like mobile games because I feel like they have really addictive loops, they can be really fun, but there's not usually a lot of substance to them. Monster Hunter is one of the biggest, most complex games that I've ever played that just happens to be on a mobile platform.
Everything has clearly gotten out of hand, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
Maybe my favorite game of the year is Doom, because it reminds me of my favorite films. I love stuff by Paul Verhoeven and John McTiernan, films that appeal to sort of the lowest common denominator, but are also somehow subversive and self-aware. And Doom really hit all those spots for me. The reason that I love this game is super nerdy, and it has something to do with video game storytelling, particularly ludonarrative dissonance. This is the idea that sometimes the stories in games and the gameplay don't really mesh up that well. I think the example people always give is Nathan Drake in the Uncharted games. He's a psychopathic murderer, but we're also led to believe that he's a charming, nice guy at the same time. Doom completely shatters this. You are literally the most dangerous entity on the planet, and you are actually killing thousands and thousands of demons. That's real. I didn't actually play the original title, but the remake really grabbed my attention with the way that it harkened back to older game mechanics. Over the course of a bunch of really intense combat scenarios, it gives you more and more weapons with really exciting alternate fires, until you're just a walking armory, a machine of death that can't be stopped. You also can't ignore the incredible soundtrack by Mick Gordon. It's loud, it's crunchy, it's really dumb, and it's kind of self-aware, just like the rest of the game. I love that delicious blend of stupid and smart, and that is why Doom is my favorite game of the year. Those are my picks for 2016, but there's a bunch of other people here on the Polygon video team, and they're going to be putting out videos shortly telling you about theirs. If you got a minute, go down to the comment section and let us know what your favorite game of the year was and why it was Doom.